Hi Bronx, welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. Here's what went down at Rider this past week. The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and School of Fine and Performing Arts are proposed to merge into one college starting this July. Here's Ali Polhemus with the story.
The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, as well as Westminster Choir College, are getting a big change come July 1st. The two colleges will merge to form the College of Arts and Sciences. The new dean will be Dr. Kelly Beidel, who leads with the associate deans of Dr. Brooke Hunter and Dr. Jason Vodka. I had the chance to speak with Dean Hunter about this merger proposal.
First, I want to state that the planned merger is currently a proposal, so there's still a lot of moving pieces to consider, and the final product may not look exactly like what is proposed for the new College of Arts and Sciences with the 4 schools. In terms of how it will work for future students and staff, I'm confident that the changes will not create significant impact on the daily experience for students or staff. This isn't the first time that there was a sort of large college like this at Rider, and I think that it's important, maybe it's the historian in me that wants people to understand that colleges have been and programs have been divided before, and I think this is a really exciting opportunity to bring programs under the umbrella of arts and sciences.
The merger is proposed to tentatively start on July 1st of this year. For more information about the merger, visit Rider's website for news about the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. I'm Ali Polhemus for the Rider Rundown.
Rider's annual spring break in LA was a success. Alex has more on the trip.
13 Rider University students spent their spring break studying abroad in Los Angeles, learning what the film industry is all about. After returning, freshman Will Dusenberry told me what he would say to anybody thinking about going on the trip next year.
I would say do it for sure. You just got to go out there with like an open mind and ready for, to experience some new stuff. It's not worth it if you're just going to hang out in the hotel, get out there and make some friends. And it's a cool place.
I also got to speak with junior Lauren Nance about her experience in Los Angeles and what she liked most about the trip.
I really enjoyed the week in LA. I think it was very beneficial for me to see what the industry kind of looks like out there and what the possibility of a semester staying out there would look like. It was also really cool to see the behind the scenes of like all of the shows and movies that I've seen and just kind of like the lifestyle and the attitude out there in LA. And it was also just like really fun to connect people in the alumni dinner, and I would recommend it. It was a great time.
From Los Angeles, California and Lawrenceville, New Jersey, this has been Alex Schwab. Back to you in the studio.
Interested in going next spring? Contact Scott Album for more information on next year's trip and the semester in LA. 107.7 The Bronx is proud to introduce Rider's first ever morning show. Here's Taylor Tunstall with the story.
Student radio station 107.7 The Bronx is hosting Rider University's first ever morning show titled Wake Up Rider. Hosted by senior Rob Brown, joined by his apprentice Nick Wachowski, who is a freshman, Wake Up Rider is aired every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Wake Up Rider includes the latest weather and traffic reports, as well as weird entertainment and sports news, exclusive interviews, and comedic skits. I had the opportunity to speak with Rob Brown and his apprentice Nick Wachowski and get an inside scoop on the thought process of Wake Up Rider.
And it's an outline because every single day we do specific things. Like on Mondays, it's more of, more of like a chiller day because we're trying to really wake everybody up in that situation. Tuesdays is, what are we doing on Tuesdays?
We pick it up with like, the random word generator.
Yes, random word generator.
And then Wednesday is Wordle. And we do, what's the other thing on Wednesday?
Wednesday is actually, I think it is the random word one. Tuesday is BuzzFeed.
Rob also shared what Wake Up Rider means to him as a senior.
With broadcasting. So I've been working here at 107.7 The Bronx for 4 years now, and I've done everything. I've done production, engineering, promotions, everything that we can do here, but I wanted to do more with a show. So I've had a show before, but it was once a week, and I wanted to really get really good at broadcasting, so I asked John how I can, and his idea was something like a morning show. and it became more than that. It is actually a senior project where I have to work on it every single day, and it's a true grind, and I really love it because, you know, I'm really getting the experience that, you know, John has compared to like professionals, because a lot of times professionals do the exact same thing that I'm doing, and it may be a lot of hours, but I enjoy every single second of it.
Listen every Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. exclusively on 107.7 The Bronx WRC-FM, online at 107.7thebronx.com or on your mobile device.
The Rider Bronx baseball team has been killing it this season. For more, here's Luke Lombardi.
The Rider Bronx baseball team picked up right where they left off after a great series against Iona. They started the week picking up a win on March 29th against Lehigh 3-0 in a shutout. They would then pick up the first game of a series against St. John's on April Fool's Day, winning 13-3, before splitting a doubleheader on April 2nd, losing the first game 0-9 and winning the second game 13-6. Here's what head coach Barry Davis has had to say about the recent stretch for Rider.
Well, I feel good about the team. I like the team. The repeating thing we don't talk about much. I think obviously, you want to win all the games. We want to win every game we play. I like our team. I like what we do. I like the style that we're playing. I have to adapt my coaching style to the players that I have, because I can't force guys who can't run to run. I can't force guys to bunt who's not great bunters. But I can let guys hit who can hit, and have guys bunt and run who can. So we sort of found that niche.
The baseball team has a very important week coming up, starting on April 5th when they play University of Delaware on the road, looking to get revenge for the series loss they suffered earlier in the season. After that, they host Fairfield in what ends up being a rematch of last season's MAC championship. This series could be a very good indicator on who will win the conference when all is said and done after this season ends. This has been Luke Lombardi reporting, and we will see you next time for another baseball report.
For more information on when and where your Rider Bronx will be playing, head over to Go Bronx. I got the opportunity to attend Rider's event that celebrated 50 years of Title IX. Here's more about the event. On Monday, March 28th, from 6 to 7 p.m., Rider put on an event in the BLC to celebrate women in sports and 50 years of Title IX. It was a great event with lots of foods and beverages. There were many speakers, including Karen Torsha, Pamela Pruitt, and President Delomo, but the most important being the keynote speaker, Megan Holohan.
Honor all of the female athletes on this campus, and there are some exceptional female athletes on this campus, and every single one in this room. And I love following the other sports. I love watching them. And when we came up with this idea for an event, we needed a keynote speaker. We needed somebody to come in here and talk to you guys about their experience at Rider, but what that's done for them.
It's also great to be here because 20 years ago, almost to the day, I found my job at Bloomberg in this exact room.
Following the speakers, there were awards presented to teams and individuals. All in all, it was a great event to highlight all female Division I athletes and club athletes here at Rider. It was a great event. Hopefully we'll see more like it. Science Fridays are back at Rider University, with this week's seminar being the theme of cosmology. Here's Asia McGill with the story.
Located in the Science and Technology Center, Science Fridays is a weekly seminar at Rider University that features speakers from all different scientific backgrounds, covering topics such as biology, earth sciences, astronomy, and more. This week's Science Friday welcomed Dr. Adriana Nicola, a Princeton University alumni from Switzerland who focused her research on cosmology, a science based on the understanding and development of the universe. Nicola introduced her seminar with a theory of the universe's expansion since the Big Bang 13.8 billion years ago, and explained how the universe has evolved since.
And this model really allows us at the moment to fit all of our observational data actually rather well.
Nicola continues her presentation by delving into the research behind dark matter, dark energy, and how clusters are formed in the galaxy. Science Fridays are open to all students of Rider University who are interested in science or want to learn something new. If you are interested in attending the next Science Friday, it will be held on April 15th at 3:00 p.m. For more information, visit the Rider event calendar.
To stay up to date on future Science Fridays, visit Rider's website for upcoming events. Earlier this week, Casey Maldonado had the opportunity to sit down and talk to 2022 IBS winner, Sean Harrington, about his sports segment and how he felt about winning this prestigious award.
So tonight I'm here with Sean Harrington, the 2022 IBS winner. So Sean, prior to getting involved with 107.7 The Bronx, did you ever envision yourself creating a radio sports show?
Honestly, no. I came into the radio station last spring, I think, and I just wanted to get involved somehow. I knew sports media was something I really wanted to pursue, and being that my roommate also worked at the radio station, I thought it would be a nice way to get in, do something, just get my foot in the door, and whatever it expands to later my junior year and into senior year is whatever I'll take. So honestly, no, I did not envision myself having a sports talk radio show, and I'm really happy where it's taken me.
So that being said, were you surprised to receive the IBS award? You said that you didn't expect yourself to get involved when you first entered college. So
yeah, honestly, I was really thrown off guard, I would say. I would say about Thanksgiving time is when my boss, John Moses, came up to me and was like, hey, they're running nominations for this IBS Media Award. Throw in your 3 best productions and we'll put it all together and we'll send it. So I'm like, okay. A couple months go by, I forget about it completely, and then he emails me back, oh, you're nominated for this national award. So I was like, oh, I completely forgot about it. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool where it's taken me, and it's completely unexpected. I was definitely surprised going in to the actual award show. Right. I was going in hey, I got this in the bag, locked up. Right. But in the back of my mind, I was like, dang, I might actually not win this. But even still, getting nominated for that kind of thing is it really means a lot, and it just goes to show you that my hard work that I put into this is really paying off. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, and congratulations again on that.
Thank you, Casey.
So that just moves into my last question of if I can, I can't remember any of the questions today. I'm sorry.
Just look at him and say, all right, Sean, so what's next for you?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Sean. So with that being said, what's next for you? What's next with the overtime?
So 2 things. So I'm doing something else from the overtime now. It's basically the same idea. It's called the Best Damn Sports Report. Basically the same thing as the overtime, except now instead of doing it on the 107.7 The Bronx retro station, I'm now upgraded to the 107.7 The Bronx FM station, the national, the actual radio station. But the overtime is still continuing. Couple people do it still on the FM station, retro station. But I'm still doing the Best Damn Sports Report on the FM station.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here tonight at the Rundown, and definitely look forward to Sean's latest sports report that's coming out.
Riders men's track and field team competed this past weekend at the Towson Invitational. Here is George Walton with the report.
The Rider men's track and field team competed this past weekend at the Towson Invite. For many runners, this was just another event, but for Jamison Green, this one was circled on his calendar because he competed 20 minutes away at Dulaney High School before committing to riding. Here is what Jamison had to say when asked how it felt to compete in front of friends and family.
Amazing. It's hard because you don't really get to go home as much. You don't really get too much time to just soak everything in. So to be able to have those couple days there and have all of my friends and family don't really get to see me run in person, give them an opportunity to see live in action what I left Maryland for, what I came to Rider for, just seeing it all out there. And then also being a senior, it's a lot of people that took different routes. It's a lot of people that, they didn't make it with me, if that makes any sense. So just to be able to go home and be around everybody and just soak all of that love in, it was tough. And then, the 4x4 was the last event. So being that we closed it out on such a high note,
the men's 4x4 team had a dominant performance in their first place finish while running a 3 minute and 18 seconds. Joining them in the first place finish was Marquise Merriweather in the 110 meter hurdles with a 14-second victory. And Chris Bagnell in the javelin throw also took first place, throwing 57 meters. For more Rider track, make sure you look us up at GoBronx.com.
For more on the Rider Bronx track and field team, visit Go Bronx. This past weekend, the Bronx hosted the annual Relay for Life fundraiser that raised over $26,000 toward cancer research. Casey Maldonado has more with this.
This past weekend, students at Rider University held their Relay for Life fundraiser that raises money to fight the battle against cancer. The name Relay for Life originated from the fact that when the event first started, participants would run laps around the school track to raise money towards the cause. The theme chosen for this year's fundraiser was Disney, and participants were encouraged to dress to theme. Here at Rider, every student has the opportunity to support the cause by joining a team or donating directly to the fundraiser. Members of the Greek community here at Rider also participated in the event in an effort to help raise awareness to the important cause. This year, the event took place on the campus mall and was an all-day affair featuring a pie-eating contest, dodgeball game, and ending off with a movie night. Despite this being the first in-person Relay for Life since the start of the pandemic, participants were able to raise over $26,000 to support the cause. All the funds raised by participants and those who donated to the cause went directly towards funding cancer research. This is Casey Maldonado reporting from the Rider Rundown.
For more information on Relay for Life or how to donate to the cause, visit cancer.org. The Major League Baseball season is set to begin this week and has multiple storylines set for an exciting season. Here's Zach Helfer with the preview.
The 2022 MLB season will officially begin this upcoming week with opening day on Thursday, April 7th. Opening day was originally scheduled to begin on March 31st, but due to the 99-day work stoppage, the day had to be moved back a week to April 7th. There will be 9 games that begin the season with teams like the Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, and Mets all making their season debuts. The defending World Series champion Atlanta Braves will also be making their season debut, hosting a ceremony celebrating last year's World Series title. Some things will be different this year with high-profile players changing teams, including the Braves losing longtime first baseman Freddie Freeman, who signed a new contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Former Houston Astros shortstop Carlos Correa moved to the Minnesota Twins, while fellow shortstop Trevor Story moved from the Colorado Rockies to the Boston Red Sox. Multiple-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer signed a monster contract with the New York Mets worth over $43 million per year, and the Colorado Rockies spent $180 million on former All-Star Chris Bryant. While there have been many changes to the teams and their rosters, the odds for the top contenders for the World Series, MVP, and Cy Young have mostly remained the same. The Dodgers are the favorites to win the World Series, with the Blue Jays, Yankees, Astros, and Braves rounding out the top 5. Reigning AL MVP Shohei Ohtani is expected to go back-to-back, but his teammate Mike Trout and Blue Jays stud Vladimir Guerrero Jr. aren't that far off from obtaining the award either. National star Juan Soto is the favorite to win the NL MVP, with Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Braves and last year's MVP Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies coming in right behind him. Mets pitcher Jacob deGrom was expected to be the favorite to win the NL Cy Young Award, but due to his injury, teammate Max Scherzer has taken that reign. And Garrett Cole of the New York Yankees is the favorite to take home the award in the AL. There's so much uncertainty with what will actually happen this season that the best thing to do is just sit back and watch. I'm Zach Helfer with the Rundown.
To find out more about your favorite teams or to follow them along throughout the season, check out MLB.com. Javier Santiago, a sophomore here at Rider, got into a very interesting sport. Over the summer, he's a parkour coach at his local gym. Allie Riches got the opportunity to sit with him and learn more.
In 2012, when parkour videos were all the rage, this opened up Javier Santiago's eyes to a new world of possibilities and a new way to express himself.
I started parkour because I was looking on YouTube and I saw like all those parkour videos in like 2014 or like it was actually back in 2012, and I was just trying to do a flip after recess. And then it kind of grew from there. I found a parkour gym and I really liked it. They would teach me and I learned a lot in like 6 months, and then I became a coach there too.
Taking on his first job as a parkour coach wasn't an easy task. However, Javi wouldn't trade it for nothing else.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of demonstrating. It's very interactive to be a parkour coach because most of the stuff kids can't like understand from just explaining what the move is, so you have to demonstrate the move a lot. And spotting kids, you have to hold them up to make sure they don't fall. And it's a little nerve-wracking because I was younger, so I didn't really, it was like my first job kind of. I didn't really know how to go about it, but it was fun.
Many of the kids he would coach were often between the ages of 7 to 12. However, he has seen kids as young as 4 years old and men in their mid-60s coming to perfect their craft in parkour.
I'd say really like an art kind of. It's it's kind of a form of expression and just to have fun. You know, it's like skateboarding in that sense.
And even though parkour is no longer as popular than when Javi first started, he wishes to continue to grow in his skills and teach others who wish to learn.
Interested in trying parkour? You can give it a try at the local parkour gym, Pinnacle Parkour Academy. Caitlin Derman has only been with the Rider Pole Vault squad for a year. She was a rushed hire after the old jumps coach suddenly resigned. Allie Riches was able to sit down with Coach Derman to learn more.
Caitlin Derman started pole vaulting in high school and jumped in college at Stockton University. When she graduated in 2018, she went straight into coaching at Rider University.
So I guess whenever the last coach left, they were a little bit desperate to find a coach, and they wanted a coach that was specific for pole vaulting, and they wanted to make sure that you were happy. So they called PJC or whoever's contact that they found on the PJC website, and was like, hey, like, we're looking for a coach. Like, do you have anybody in mind that you think would really want to do this? And so Brian gave them my contact information, and that's how that started.
However, Derman wasn't ready to finish her jumping career. Even though she was the coach, she would still compete against her athletes at the track meets.
It's a little stressful, I'll tell you that sometimes. I'm like, as much as I want to have a really good day, I want you guys to have a really good day also, so I want to make sure that I'm splitting my attention appropriately. But it's actually a lot of fun. Like, I enjoy competing with you guys.
But being straight out of college herself, Derman was worried that she wouldn't gain the respect of her athletes, especially since they're so close in age.
When I started, yes, just because I felt as though the student athletes wouldn't have respect or think that I had the right experience, I guess, in order to coach them, because I am so young and I am fresh out of college, and I don't know, I think being so close in age, I worried about, again, them not like having the appropriate respect for me.
Even though being a young coach can be stressful, Derman finds a way to also make it an advantage.
The more stressful part about being a coach is when you know someone has the ability and that their like progress is happening and they are getting better, but the athletes don't see it themselves, and they kind of stress themselves out over that, or they get really hard on themselves over that. I was that type of person, so it's like, how would I approach myself in that situation? And that's really hard to think about.
Caitlin Derman, who has a lot of passion for the world of pole vault, plans on continuing coaching and competing for as long as she can.
To show support for Caitlin Derman and the Rider Pole Vault crew, you can follow the Instagram at Rider_pole vault. Rider students all around campus run small businesses, whether it's selling personally designed clothes or hairstyling. Here's Asia McGill with an interview of a Rider student business owner.
Rider University is home to a little less than 4,000 students that actively live on campus. Though Rider's campus is smaller than other schools, the culture of small businesses here is booming. From hair services to clothing or nail services, one can find a poster about someone's business virtually anywhere on campus. These businesses make it easy for students to access things they would otherwise have to go off campus for, with just being a walking distance away. Today, I'm joined with one of the small businesses run right here in G Hall by Braylon Jones and her clothing brand, Inclusive Culture.
Hey guys, I'm the brand owner of Inclusive Culture. My name is Braylon Jones, and I'm a sophomore here at Rider. I created my brand with the idea of just creating unique designs for everybody to wear, men, woman, doesn't matter age or size. If you want to check out any of my work, you can follow me on Instagram at Inclusive Culture.
All of the small businesses on campus like Kaylani Nicole, who sells luxury handbags, or Crafted by Wiz, who does braids and other hairstyles on campus, can all be contacted through their social media or the posters posted around campus. Next week, we will learn more about Crafted by Wiz that's held right here in Wright Hall and how she runs her business as a hairstylist.
And that's a wrap for this week's episode of The Rundown. I'm Danielle Tyson. Thanks for tuning in.